Hey guys, welcome. I'm so happy that you are here for the Scorpio reading. My name is Kayla, and we're going to be doing a reading today for Scorpio for the highest and best good. Just a reading to check in, anything that Spirit wants you to know. We're going to do an oracle reading today. We haven't been needing the tarot lately. There's been some crazy messages that are coming through for every sign. I just do the sign that I'm guided to do, and I was guided to do Scorpio. So here we go. We're going to do this one more time, and then I will start getting you cards. This is going to be Literary Witches Oracle. And then I may use Wisdom of the Oracle to clarify or to get any extra messages, but this should do it. All right, so this is for Scorpio. Guardian angels, spirit guides, being of the highest white light, please help me to interpret these messages properly, correctly, and easily to Scorpio Collective. Now, listen, this deck, this Literary Witches, is new to me. So I want to just double check. We just got the cat, okay? There's a lot of things that come to mind when I think of a cat. First of all, I think of self-sufficiency. Also, I think of secrecy. I feel like a cat knows us so much, but they don't or aren't able to really say anything in return. It's like there's a lot of wisdom in a cat. Also, the cat can see between worlds. So like Scorpio, you may be, especially as a water sign right now, and this time that we're in, you may be getting a lot of like spiritual messages. Cats are very spiritual. They're transmuters of energy. That's another thing about them. They're like able to suction, you know, if you ever see a really angry old lady with a lot of cats, the reason that those cats are there is because she needed that energy to be transmuted, even just enough for her to get through a day. You know, and maybe she doesn't cast that outwardly to people, so you might not be saying to people anything nice, but the truth is there's something about transmuting energy. You could be the transmuter of energy, but you could also be getting energy transmuted for you. So like negative to positive, dark to light, that kind of thing, you know. Give me more for Scorpio, please. So I am going to go ahead, and I'm going to show you this card, but I want to go ahead and I'm going to check for the cat and the eye, which I already have so many downloads for you. Like with the eye, I feel like, again, we're going back to seeing so much. There's something about you seeing something or being, you could even feel watched. But I feel right now, see, when I cover my face and I know that I'm not comfortable with that message. So it's not about being watched. This is about you seeing something. It's almost like you've always got your eye open to something. You're always taking something in. You might not necessarily be saying it, because I did say cats are very quiet. You know, we don't know all of the knowledge they have, but we know that they have a lot. We know that they're very spiritual. All right, so it's going to be the first one. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I just want to make sure. Okay, so, yep. I love that. I love, okay, the Untamed. Oh, yep. Oh, okay. So listen, there's something also about you not being held down by anything. Meaning, you may find it difficult to settle down in relationships. Although cats are very loyal to their owners, there's something about not being able to be tamed. So what I mean by that is like, you know, if you're just one of those people who has a lot of energy and likes other people and wants to go out and discover things and talk to people and move around, and, you know, if you were a nomad, anything, because Scorpios are known for moving around a lot or just being in a lot of different circles. It's like no one can really tell you to not. You'll be loyal. You'll always come home. It's not like a dog. It's different, okay? Because with a dog, it's like they're loyal so much so that they'll sacrifice themselves. And yes, cats will in a way sacrifice themselves, but they're also about their own well-being too, you know? And so what I mean is like they can really take care of themselves well. So there's an energy to you that is like just, someone may feel like they can't tame you, or there's no stopping you, or, and it's like you see everything. I just really get this energy of sight, of I see everything. I see and I don't say. There could also be an energy of you needing or looking for answers, but it's like maybe that untamed part of you is off on a journey to find answers. You'll come back home again, but there may be an energy right now where you're just on a journey. So let's get some more from this Literary Witches and see what else we've got. All right, let's find out about this chicken card. Let me show you really quick, and then we're going to get into it. And, you know, the thing with chickens... Yeah, okay. You might be seeking answers from what happened in your past, or like there's almost a sense of... To be honest with you, Scorpio, what I just heard is you are an oracle. Take that as you will. Whoever this is meant for, and this is not going to be for everyone, but there is something about you being some type of oracle, or being able to bring sacred knowledge in to the now, because you see certain, it's almost like you see everything. It's like you could even be having memories come up from other things. There's something about like ancient times even. I also get a sense of nesting, and maybe even being fearful of nesting. And nesting to me would be finding a solid place to just stop. And you know what I mean? I could be wrong. White dress. White dress to me signifies like purity. Appearance, that would make a lot of sense, because yeah, because back in the day they would certain colors would be worn by certain people to kind of express a certain thing. So white would have been a pure thing, like, oh, she's so pure, she can wear white, just like on a wedding dress, you know, the brides are pure, they wear the white dress, right? There's also something about okay, now this is going to be a message for very few of you, so take this if you need it, and if you don't, cast it aside. Just leave it behind. There is a sense of gender identity issues. There is something about just having almost like a deep knowing, or you could even, this could be about somebody else where you're wondering about their gender identity. So like I said, that's going to be for very few of you, but I am getting goosebumps when I'm telling you this, so I know that somebody needs to hear this message. Something about gender, or feeling like you have to look a certain way also in public because of all of the societal norms that have been placed on people. You could be remembering, like, look, you're ancient. Whoever you are, Scorpio, you're like ancient, okay? And the reason I get that is there's a lot about past and like sacred knowledge. There's a lot about the way people see you. There's a lot about maybe knowing things from society's past. Or it's really strange how it's all coming through, but yeah, that's interesting. All right, so let's get on with it. Scorpio. Toad. Okay, so the toad is talking about what people could consider gross or yucky. It also talks about being playful, or being like not witty, something about being playful. It's like there's a sense of being playful with, there's an energy of having sacred knowledge, right? Of being almost like how do I put that? Like you're something that's been known for ages. I don't know why my music just cut off, but it did. But there's also this toad, and this toad is talking about being playful, but it's also about, okay, look, I see something about the way people are looking at you and knowing what you feel like you should be as far as society is pushing you in this one direction. But you're very independent, okay? And that independence is hard for you to deal with right now, especially because you have a lot going on. And I'm going to go back to this gender thing, guys. I have to, because this is the message, okay? So this is for somebody, facts. The spirit wouldn't keep leading me here if it wasn't something that needs to be said. There is an energy of someone struggling with their identity or their gender identity and feeling like that makes them an outcast or something that is not looked at as pretty or loved or normal, right? You know, and that this is what, there's a struggle. There's also a divine knowing, though. Like, you have this ancient wisdom. And it could just very well be that maybe also that people aren't saying much about what's going on, but you feel like everybody's watching you and you feel like you're supposed to look a certain way. And because you're having problems with the identity of that, you're feeling unattractive, ugly. You're not sure exactly where you fit in, I feel like. You're a divine being, though. So, Scorpio, whoever this is that I'm talking to, if you're struggling with identity, I want you to know that this was always meant to be, that you have done this for many moons, and that you have the ability to transmute this energy, okay? You have it. You have divine sight. You don't even know it, but you have divine sight. You're like a wild child, like a wild flower, because I have wildflowers at the bottom of the deck, and when I see that, I just think of, like, you know, those beautiful things that grow out in the wild, and no one tames them. They just are. They're just beauty, like, all by itself in the wild, you know what I mean? Just being itself. What you're going through, whoever you think you are or you are not, you are beautiful no matter which direction you take, okay? You're a divine being no matter which direction you take. Let's get some more for you, Scorpio. Wow. Lantern. And I feel like this is going to be, I'm going to check the book, but this looks like something it's about, and especially because it comes under the eye, it's like seeing something. It's really about, to me, it's about seeing something, or a light being shined on something that maybe you couldn't see before, which, again, guidance. Okay, so this is also guidance. Yeah, well, no, I just said that. I said that in different words. A light being shined, meaning you see something, you get a push in a certain direction because you can now see the direction. So this is guidance. That makes complete sense. This is saying that you need to trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your instincts. You wouldn't be led on this journey going in the direction that you're going for no reason, okay? This was always meant to happen for you. So that's what we're looking at right now. This was always meant to happen for you. So this is like you're being guided in that direction. And that direction is uncomfortable, okay? Because you are seeing things as like, I should be this, but I don't look like what society would call me normal. But that's because you're a different breed, okay? Let me see. Let me check this out. We got mushrooms. I'm gonna show you really quick. I don't think I showed you lantern, so let me go ahead and do that. I may not have showed you toad. I want to just make sure that you see all the cards. This one's the one that's talking about maybe what somebody would find like, say, gross or not appealing, right? But because I feel this is an internal feeling, though, because of this white dress, right? The way society thinks everyone should be. Now, this could be as simple as, it doesn't have to be about gender. This could be as simple as, say, you know, you don't like the way you look. Say it's just the way you look. It could be your hair. It could be the shape of your face. It could be any fucking thing, okay? This is something about having a light being shined on the beauty of things. Because you're a divine being. But I want to look up this mushroom card really quick and see what it has to say. Okay. There is something about, again, oh wow, we go right back to having a light shine on something, like being guided towards something you didn't see before. So there's guidance pushing you in a direction maybe that you didn't see. I really feel like you're already, There's something about knowing something, but being almost, I get a fear of jumping into it, because you feel like you don't know what you're actually getting into, and maybe you're scared, and you could be scared about the way people are looking at you about the situation. So this is quiet growth, the hidden, and peace. So again, with the transmuting energy, we've got growth here, and the growth is happening. It's happening fast. Okay, so these are mushrooms, right? If you think about a mushroom, think about it rains, and say it rains at 9 o'clock at night. By 5 a.m., you've got fully grown mushrooms, and you can go out, and if you live out in the middle of nowhere, live anywhere where it rains and mushrooms grow, you go out and you'll know that they weren't there yesterday, but here they are today, fully grown, right? So it's like there's so much happening that you're not seeing, or that you're not understanding, but you are seeing something. You're just not seeing it the way it needs to be seen for you to feel comfortable. The way it needs to be seen for you to feel comfortable is that be playful with this. You are not ugly. You are not unattractive. You are not an outcast. You have so much to offer, and there's so much going on within you. And it's like, I feel very strongly there's going to be an energy of you accepting yourself, like seeing something for what it is, accepting yourself, and just becoming that person, right? Because there's a desire to be something, and you're untamed. You're not one of those that can just be like locked down. You know what I mean? You're going to chase your whatever, your dreams. You're going to chase these things, and it's going to feel uncomfortable, and it's going to be hard to deal with. And you're going to think, where the fuck am I going? And why am I even going in this direction? And should I be going in this direction? And this is saying that no, it's way too many. This is saying there's a total reason why you're being pushed in this direction. Okay, so that one had to come out. And with this wall, I'm going to go to, it doesn't have anyone trapped into it, but I feel like there's an energy of feeling locked behind something. Because there is another card. Is it this deck? Yeah, there's another card where there's somebody that's behind the wall. We're going to check out just the wall. I really feel like this has something to do with you putting boundaries up, or also feeling like you have to stay stuck inside of a box of the way things should be. What did I just say? Yep. There's also something about obstacles, having to get through something to get to the other side. There's also something about being divinely protected. Okay, we've already seen that you have guidance. You know this. You are a different kind of being, Scorpio. You're put here as a Scorpio for a reason. That's a very intense energy to be in. Okay, and I mean, even the name Scorpio is intense. It just is. So there is something about having this deep inner knowing or knowledge, or but it's like through the ages. It's something that's so mystical to me. Like, I just keep looking at this cat, and I know cats are mystical. I had a haunting at one point in my life, and I remember using a spirit box, and I had a lot of cats then. I had I was angry also then, but I had a lot of cats then, and I remember that the spirit box said, "Cats see everything." And it freaked me out, because I remember watching my cat play with something that wasn't visible to me or my child or my mom. I had multiple witnesses to see this, and she would do it all the time. And I always thought, what is she playing with? That's wild, right? And we started seeing orbs, and some other shit started happening, and it got kind of crazy. So I decided to get a spirit box. Spirit box told me that cats see everything. So what I had already thought was that, I know they're seeing, because I started to believe, okay, they're seeing something we're not seeing. And with the other activity, it really started to make sense. But when the spirit box confirmed it, it was like, wow. So what I'm saying is, and they're not scared of it. Cats know what's up. They're they ride the line. They literally ride the line between this world and the other. They've straddled that line all the way down their whole entire lives. They transmute energy. They see what's going on that we don't see. They're protective as fuck, okay? Because any good cat that loves their owner is going to do whatever it can, just like any other animal. Animals are smart, okay? They have a deep knowing, an instinct, a knowledge. So do you, Scorpio. There's a sense of you seeing things that it goes back. It's like you've always been this way. okay, throughout your lifetimes. So we're talking about there's a barrier or a wall or some confines that you think you have to stay in, and this is not so. You need to be who you want to be, who your authentic self is. In every way. If this has nothing to do with gender, see it as whatever it is that you're afraid to express because you're fearful of that other people will look at you and think you're disgusting or ugly or unattractive or, you know, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like there's this fear that other people will not accept you. And the truth is, the only person that needs to accept you is you. That's it. That's the one that matters the most. So that is what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope that you got something out of this reading. If you did, please drop a like. It's a completely free way to help the channel grow, and it's a really nice thing to do, and I appreciate the shit out of it. And it helps me get Scorpio's messages out to other people who might need to hear them. Also, if you were led to subscribe, welcome. I'm so thrilled to have you here. I hope that you like the content. And if you weren't, that's okay too. I'm just glad that you were here for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.